Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's jump right into the headlines. Kim Jong-un orders execution of government officials after July floods. In North Korea, leader Kim Jong-un has reportedly ordered the execution of 20 to 30 regional officials following the devastating floods in July. South Korean media outlet TV Chosun claims that these officials were executed for their mishandling of the rescue operations, with Kang Pong-hun, a high-ranking official in Jagong province, among those who were killed. This comes after Kim Jong-un's harsh public criticism of his own government, accusing the cabinet of being out of order and failing the state. Meanwhile, North Korean state media is steering clear of reporting on these deaths, instead focusing on praising Kim for allegedly saving 5,000 people during the flood recovery efforts. The contrast between internal purges and the public narrative continues to highlight the tightly controlled environment in North Korea. South Korea's intelligence service has confirmed they detected signs of these executions, but refrained from releasing additional details. Shifting gears to Europe, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky recently spoke at a high-profile meeting with top Western defense officials at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. With U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Joint Chiefs Chairman C.Q. Brown by his side, Zelensky called for more long-range weapons to strike deeper into Russian territory, arguing this would bring Russia to the negotiating table faster. Zelensky's plea also included a reminder to Western countries to fulfill their commitments on military aid packages, with some reports suggesting that pledged supplies have yet to arrive. Additionally, Ukraine is seeking an expanded fleet of F-16 fighter jets to bolster its defense. However, this comes amid repeated warnings from Russian President Vladimir Putin that providing Ukraine with long-range weapons would cross a red line, potentially escalating the conflict into a direct war with NATO nations. Despite these warnings, some experts believe Putin's threats might be less consequential than anticipated, pointing out that Western arms have already been used in strikes against Russia with no major retaliation. Back in the U.S., the FBI has conducted raids on the homes of several top officials linked to New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Among those searched were Police Commissioner Edward Caban and First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright. Electronic devices were seized, but City Hall's chief counsel has emphasized that the mayor himself is not a target of the investigation. These searches come amid a larger federal probe into Adams' 2021 election campaign, which allegedly involved illegal foreign donations from the Turkish government. Adams has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing and pledged full cooperation with investigators. One of the officials under investigation, Timothy Pearson, an advisor to the mayor, is also facing multiple sexual harassment lawsuits. The situation surrounding Mayor Adams and his associates continues to unfold, with more details likely to emerge in the coming weeks. Vance calls for tighter school security after Georgia shooting. Following a tragic school shooting at Appalachia High School in Georgia, Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance has called for increased security measures at schools. During a rally, Vance stated, "If these psychos are going to go after our kids, we've got to be prepared." His remarks came after 4 people were killed in the shooting. While Vance's call for tighter security has gained attention, a headline from the Associated Press initially framed his remarks as accepting school shootings as a fact of life, leading to backlash. The headline was later updated to reflect his true message, which focused on lamenting the shootings and advocating for better protection. On the other side, Vice President Kamala Harris responded by emphasizing that school shootings don't have to be a fact of life, calling for stronger gun control measures. Israeli troops kill Turkish-American activist in West Bank protest. Turning to the Middle East, Israeli troops shot and killed a Turkish-American activist, Aysenur Ezgi Agi, during a protest against settlement expansion in the West Bank. Agi was reportedly shot in the head during the confrontation. Palestinian officials have condemned the killing, and Turkey's President Erdogan criticized Israel's policies, accusing the nation of occupation and genocide. The Israeli military has acknowledged the shooting and stated they were investigating the circumstances. The death of Agi adds to growing tensions and increased violence in the West Bank, as human rights groups continue to call for an end to Israeli settlement expansions and criticize the use of force against protesters. In a significant legal development, the father of 14-year-old school shooter Colt Gray has been arrested and charged with multiple crimes, including involuntary manslaughter and child cruelty. Colin Gray faces these charges after it was revealed that he allowed his son to access a firearm, which was used in the deadly Appalachia High School shooting in Georgia. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, confirmed that Colt Gray had previously been investigated for online threats involving firearms, but despite those warnings, no actions were taken to prevent him from obtaining the weapon. This case shines a spotlight on the responsibilities of gun owners and the legal consequences of failing to secure firearms. Trump's sentencing delayed until after 2024 election. Former President Donald Trump will not be sentenced in his New York criminal case until after the 2024 election, according to a decision by Judge Juan Merchan. In a 4-page letter released on Friday, Merchan explained that the delay is intended to avoid any appearance of the court influencing the election outcome. Trump's sentencing, if required, is now scheduled for November 26th following the election. This case stems from Trump's conviction in May on 34 counts of falsifying business records related to a hush money payment made to an adult film star. Despite the conviction, Trump's lawyers have requested the sentencing be pushed back due to the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity. Merchan acknowledged this request and emphasized the importance of ensuring the court's neutrality in such a politically charged atmosphere. Trump has expressed gratitude for the delay, interpreting the phrase "if necessary" in the court's decision as a sign the case might be dismissed. In response, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office reiterated its stance, pointing to the unanimous jury conviction and stating that they are ready for sentencing. This delay adds to a series of postponements in Trump's legal battles, including his classified documents case in Florida and 2 other January 6th related cases. With the possibility of a jail sentence looming, Trump's legal challenges will remain a key focus in the months following the election. Finally, a bizarre controversy has emerged in Philadelphia where counterfeit political posters falsely claiming that the Philadelphia Eagles endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris for president were found at several bus shelters. The Eagles quickly disavowed the ads, stating they were unauthorized and that they were working with authorities to have them removed. The posters featured Harris in an Eagles jersey and helmet with a tagline suggesting she was the official candidate of the team. Both the Harris campaign and the Eagles have denied any involvement, and the posters were quickly taken down. SEPTA, the city's transportation authority, is investigating how these ads appeared in locked cases at multiple locations. That's all for tonight's news update. Thank you for joining us. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest developments. Stay safe, stay informed, and have a good night. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.